All right. What's up, y'all? This is the Mad Hatters. Welcome to the Mad Hatters season 3 finale. We at the end. It's so hard to say goodbye to the homie. Yo, I am your host, Queen Alexis, in my luxuriousness and everything. And I'm here with my boy. You know who? You know who? Give it up for Devontae Davis.
Yo, what up, everybody? How y'all feeling?
And we were here with our girl, Mavis, Avis, Davis, the angry, the pissed off, the concerned, the might be drunk as fuck up on this show. Everything. Yo, say what's up?
I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth. What? This is a dragon fruit mango lemonade from Starbucks. Okay. Thank
You
That's
plead
you.
the
right.
fifth or drank a fifth? What? What?
Drinking. Yo, tonight we are going to have our season finale discussion about some shit and some stuff that's been on our minds for a minute. Okay, so tonight we're actually going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter movement versus the organization, and some of the things that has been coming across people's social media about how they handle all these stories that they've been organizing marches for and all this whole big hoopla and everything. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. And also we're gonna talk about activism for clout. Lights, camera, activists. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So y'all make sure y'all share, and y'all comment and get in touch, interact with us on tonight because we need to have a conversation about this. Also, is today is our fan appreciation raffle. Woo! So what we have is we have a lot of people that come on and rock with us and everything and interact with us and support us, and we are so very 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 grateful for that. We are so grateful for that. Thank you all for rocking with us and everything. So what happens is tonight we are picking, well, not one, not two, but three people, and what you will get, these three people that wins this raffle, is that you will have a merchandise from the Mad Hatters that goes from a t-shirt, a cap, or a mug that has our logo that's saying thank you. Something from Nail Color Street from our girl Avis Davis. Have the most amazing nail color and everything, and it ain't the liquid one; it's the sticker one. So for those, if you have problems like me doing the nails and everything, she helping. Yeah, and also something from Amani Queen and Confidence Hair and Beard Oil. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So without further ado, let's get this party started. All right, today, what's been going on this week up in the news? Well, one, we back on punishment a little bit. We only grounded for a week. Nah, Chicago, Illinois has Governor Pritzker has put out the mandate for the mask for indoors and outdoors. We're this close from going back indoors, but we're just wearing the mask and everything. And also, he is pushing the vaccine. Hmm. Pushing for everybody to get this vaccine because of this new variant. Mm-hmm. How interesting. How very, very, very interesting. And everything to say the least. However, while he's pushing that, we had Lollapalooza. Did y'all see all them
It makes
people?
sense. It makes sense, guys. It makes sense. They're vaccinated. It makes sense.
All of them? All of them. Are you
All
sure?
of them. All of them.
Are you
Girl,
sure?
no, but come on now.
Are you positive?
Oh, don't get me started on this.
I
I'll
mean,
go
are
there
you
if you want me
sure?
to.
They was so packed up in that mug, like biscuits up in the biscuit can. They was packed up in there like a fat woman's body up in a girdle. They was packed
Oh,
up in there. It was packed up in there. I mean, there was no social distancing. None. 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 At all. Absolutely none. Like, and you want to tell me, oh, but they was checking to see if we was vaccinated. How would you know? How would they know? How would they know?
they have their
How would they
card,
know?
or they
What?
scan the arm. I'm sorry.
Hi, hi. All them people had a card.
No, girl, I know none of them. I know. Trust me, I get it. I don't understand it either. I don't understand it. I don't understand
I
it.
mean, y'all know how Chicago get down, man. It's like shit. A party is a party. Motherfuckers in Chicago come out for a party. You know what I'm saying? So
Chicago,
fuck
right?
that
Chicago's
mandate.
like Florida. They don't give a fuck.
None. None.
No fucks
Absolutely
given.
none. Absolutely none. So stop, 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 and stop. Stop and stop. Okay? Stop and stop. Uh, so mhm. We just got out of homeschooling, being in the house, barely making money. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all
But
tired of this damn thing. I'm tired of it.
so we were on lockdown for a damn year, and all of a sudden we thought it was a great idea to host Lollapalooza when there's
Excellent
COVID.
idea.
But I'm
Amazing.
and also the taste of Chicago. So again, I am not knocking anybody who got the vaccine. I'm not knocking it. I understand the flu has been around for years, but nothing else has changed. Wash your damn hands with soap and water. If you don't have soap and water, get hand sanitizer. But once you get home, wash your damn hands. Um,
Something. Mm.
but we're pushing for a vaccine, but yet we don't have, and I'm sorry, this bothers me so much only because I've watched plenty of people die of cancer in my family, and my father is currently battling his cancer battle, okay? And he had just got recently diagnosed with stage 2 pancreatic cancer, which is a common cancer, guys. Common. It's not, like his rare cancer, which is just cancer. That's super rare. Um, so we have a vaccine for COVID, but we don't have a vaccine, or we don't have proper medicine to cure cancer, to avoid cancer, um, to cure diabetes, or the most common issue in America is also heart issues, whether it's congestive heart failure or whatever the case may be. What are we doing with all of our money with the American Cancer Society? What are we doing with all of our money with the American Heart Association? What are we doing with all that money? What Who's paying for the
Chris
vaccination?
Rock.
Who's paying for the
I mean,
test?
in a
Chris
perfect world, you think they was doing research and developing cures and some of those funds definitely go to like helping motherfuckers. Like it's always gonna be some random family that gets a miracle cure or like a foundation that helps them to be able to get the treatments they need. I mean, so I can't get mad at donating because those funds they do help people just because they don't help one particular person or you might not always see it, but that shit do come around. You know what I mean?
No, and I hear you on that. 100%. I hear you on that. And I respect that because that is true. Like they're constantly trying, medical trials and all that for the people who want to be, the guinea pig to try it, which is perfectly fine. But how do we come up with a vaccine in less than a year? when it takes any sort of medication through the FDA. Mind you, my father worked for a pharmaceutical company for 30 plus years. It takes 2 to 3 years for any medication to get approved by the FDA. But we bypass this. You're vaccinating children under the age of 2. You're
When they
vaccinating women
start
who
doing
are
that,
pregnant. I know people who have done that. It's not in the, oh yeah. Oh, we'll talk off the show. Yep. hmm They're vaccinating
I
pregnant
mean, that
women.
sound like a one. That should sound like a 1-800 number waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
That
Have you
For
commercial
taken the
called.
real.
COVID-19 vaccine and gotten the following illness? Cancer, diabetes, you died. Your daddy died. Your whole
Or
DNA got twisted up. You know,
or even your child, if your child becomes with like a developmental issue, whether it's, Down syndrome or whatever, how do you know it's not going to affect your child? How do you know? They don't know. And this is the
they
issue that I have with the world. But you know what? Again, it is what it is. To each their own. I don't argue with people. I'm like, you know what? It's your body. Do as you wish. It's my body, and I choose not to vaccinate. But I choose to be wise and healthy. I'm not out here screwing Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm not out here kissing Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm out here, being safe and everything. So just be safe. Wash your damn hands. Use hand sanitizer. It's common sense. Nothing has changed.
and then
Mic drop.
you're right. Moving on to the next news. Yeah. So Chicago owes Trump $1 million for the skyscraper. You know that building. And what the according to research, what the case is centering around is this. It's not about the antennas that make it taller than the Sears towers. It have nothing to do with them damn antennas. What it is about this. The refund is about the vacant spaces and including the vacant storefronts that is along the Chicago River. Is it Chicago fault that we don't trust the vacant rooms and the vacant spaces, storefront spaces around down the Chicago River? So we supposed to give him $1 million as a tax refund, and he only paid 700. I'm sorry that fell out. My bad.
I mean, look, here's my setup, man. I- It's no secret that all the big players, and I'm talking about the real players, like they've been finessing. You know what I'm saying? They've been finessing at the highest levels. So if you in that tax bracket to where you fucking with government policy and where you can get your bread sitting at home, do that shit. I mean, like, I ain't gonna say I follow Trump like that, but man, that nigga is a G in every sense of the word. I don't see why y'all don't see that shit. That motherfucker's a gangster. He gonna get that millie. Believe that. He gonna get that millie
One way or the other, huh?
one way or the other.
One way
You
or
know
the
what I'm saying?
other. It also says that it was also made by former alderman, former Chicago City alderman Edward
He's definitely
Burke.
gonna get it.
Yeah, yeah. And for those who don't know what's going on with Alderman Burke, let's just fill you in. He has pleaded guilty in a trial that he is facing federal charges for blocking businesses from getting city permits until they hire his own law group. Yeah, about that.
The
Yeah,
Chicago way, baby. I love it. Ain't nobody
Chicago
bigger
first.
than the mob.
There's nobody, there's nobody bigger than the group, David. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. There it go. There it go. There it
Man,
go with this. Oh, oh God.
I mean,
look,
that makes total sense.
that I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go on, Mavis.
We aren't right. We ain't called.
I can't hear you.
We're
You
not
out.
called the Windy City for no reason. We're not called the Windy City for no reason.
Just
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear me?
Gotham City to the mug. Just,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Can you
jeez.
hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
hear
got
you.
you now. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Can you hear me now?
Chicago known for
Yeah.
being grimy like that. Like that's part of why we
Can you
so
hear
well
me?
respected.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got you. Like you got to think
And
Chicago is well
You got
respected
me now?
nationwide and worldwide because they know motherfuckers is goons from the top to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
then a mug. Then a mug. I don't know what else. Man, I don't. Oh, God. Okay. This is a mess. It's all a mess. And I'm trying to be all positive because there's another side of Chicago that we're familiar with that ain't with the bullshit and everything. It is. There's some good to Chicago, at least in my neighborhood. I don't
I
care.
mean, it's
Shit.
beautiful as long as you plug. I'm trying to figure out what side you know of that ain't with the shits.
Good people. That's all I know. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Good people. Good wonder. Good people. Good people. Anyway, that's enough of my news. Let's move on to Devontae. What you got on the entertainment?
So
I'm
many
looking at your
things
face and
going
I'm
on.
scared. Oh,
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are not familiar. A lot of black TikTok dancers have been going on strike
hmm
in response to how people have been kind of stealing their videos and getting notoriety for the dances they create. In response, I have to give it to the Caucasian community. In response to the lack of new dances, white people created something called the Karen Shake. I don't know if y'all heard of the Karen Shake, but it started out as a video of a lady that dropped on the floor, flailing around after lying to the people in there, saying some black lady was trying to harass her or whatever like that. And now that shit is a TikTok trend, and it is absolutely hilarious.
Well, I'm
So I
glad they
highly
fixed
suggest you
it.
guys watch the
Well, I'm
video.
glad they took their own trend.
Oh yeah, that
But
was
that
born and raised out of them.
that
They gonna be entertained. That shit was hilarious.
oh
Um,
my god.
yeah.
The
In
carrot
other
shake.
news, Big Uncle Will is gonna be playing Venus and Serena's Pappy. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see that shit.
King
What's
Richard.
King
Yeah.
Richard? That shit is gonna be lit. Lit. I
Super.
can't. I seen the trailers on YouTube. I was like, God damn, he done it again. I feel like certain artists can do pretty much anything on earth. Like Will Smith, Idris Elba, you know what I mean? Like just a handful of dudes. Like no matter what they're in, you know they're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, Jamie Foxx, another one. Like they can just
Yeah.
walk on water. So I can't wait to see that shit. Um, Another interesting one. Um, do y'all know who the MC Saudi is? Saudi is an MC. Her best known song, I want to say, and it came out like a little while ago. Like her hottest song was "Tap In." You know what I mean?
Tapped
So
in. Tap,
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 tapped
tap,
in.
tap
Here.
in. This lady got a whole menu on McDonald's. She got a whole little value meal about to pop on at Mickey D's. Yeah, you finna get like what's the motherfucker? What's the McDonald's trademark? A Big Mac, some nuggets. You know what I mean? Fries and a pop. It's gonna be the Saudi meal deal.
She's trying to be like
Yep. So
Offset.
she's not the first one. You feel
She
me?
not.
Offset got some shit cracking. Jay Balvin had one. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott then had one.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I can't get mad at motherfuckers getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is what's happening.
I
So
can't get mad at
Can we get
McDonald's.
some money?
you say, can you get some money?
Can we get some money from them? Like, come on.
I know,
Right. Can
right?
we, like, how can you say no to these faces, though?
Man, you know what I'm saying? You have me walking
Easily.
around.
That's it.
Look, I've been eating struggle sandwiches. Oh, four, goddamn it! I know what it is.
Okay.
A
Okay.
motherfucker had worked 12 hours. I got $5 in my pocket, bro. We finna get 2 big chickens and fry the pot. You know what I'm talking about? So
Give me that shawty deal. There you go.
yeah, you know what I
I ain't
mean?
even I ain't even mad at McDonald's. McDonald's said I'm gonna get this coin however it is, by any means necessary. That's
That's
what I'm
right.
about to do,
Get it.
man.
So that's what's going on in celebrity news. By the way, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear Kanye West Don the album. It ain't really on YouTube yet. I'm trying to find somebody that like got a hold of the full, like the actual album. But I know it's gonna be looping around in a few days here. That shit finna be crazy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, shout
So
out to Kanye
Is that on
Weezy.
Spotify? I heard he owns
Huh?
Spotify now. Is it on Spotify?
You know what? I have. That's what I'm saying. I look,
Is
but
it on
I ain't
Spotify?
trying to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like I look again, but it wasn't on there when I looked the last time. That was like a day or two ago. So I'm check that shit. I'm check that shit out. See what's happening with it now. Because that's gonna be my everything for at least a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Hold on,
man.
see, like when I did it was spinning, now it's pop. It looks like it's gonna pop. Oh, wait a minute. Wait
Do
a
I see
minute.
Donda? I see a Donda.
It just
Make
gives you
sure
the
it say
preview.
DONDA, not DONNA.
That's
I saw
look,
Don and I pushed it.
look, but that's what
That's
I'm
it.
saying. It says the album, but it don't give you like the songs. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna find it. Goddamn it!
Has it
I can't
already
wait to
been
hear that.
released?
Yeah, that motherfucker came out like last Tuesday.
The fuck?
I know. So I'm gonna find out. But anyway, that's celebrity news, and yeah.
Here it go. Here it go. Yo, thank you for that news. And without further ado, it is time. Look to your neighbor and say, it is time. It is time. Yo, it's time for our fan appreciation raffle. Woo! So let's get this started and everything. I got the little raffle, spin the wheel of fortune app. So we're going to put this together. I have entered all the names that's been sent to us and all the names of people that has been rocking with us all since we started, man. Since we started, yo, and even our guests and everything for season 3. So here, without further ado, let's get this started. Woo! Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I'm excited. We are picking 3 people. 3 people, and these 3 people will get a Mad Hatter merch. That's a hat or a shirt or a cup, something that has Mad Hatter on it with our wonderful and appreciation and a note saying thank you for rocking with our crazy ass team. That's it. We're gonna get something from Nail Color Street and everything, and also from Amani Queen for the body and for the mind, self care and skincare products, and confidence hair and beard oil. So let's see. I'm excited. I'm excited. Y'all share. It's raffle time. It's raffle time. It's raffle time. Okay. With our first spin, we're doing our first spin now. Give me a drum roll, Devontae. Alright. And the first one goes to Tanya Bell. Tanya Bell. Thank you.
Hey,
Tanya Bell. Tag her in there. Tag her in. Tag her in. She will be getting something from us to show our appreciation for just rocking with us and interacting with us and everything on a
For
consistent
sure.
basis. So
Congratulations,
thank
Miss
you,
Tanya.
Maya Bill. All right, so we're going to hold on, hold on. Let me make sure I can put this all out there and everything. Do. Next one, hide this one, is you can keep rolling.
Damn.
Ah! Our next one go to Jackie Stuffin. Jackie, thank you. Please, by all means, get in
Sure.
touch with
Hey,
us. Let us know.
congratulations, Miss Jackie. Mhm.
Yes. What do
Hey,
you want and everything? So Tanya Bell and Jackie Stuffin. Now, last but not least, our last one for the evening. Give me a drum roll. Ah! I hope y'all can see it. Adam!
Hey, big
Yes!
homie Adam. That's what's
that's
up.
awesome.
Adam Lastina, thank you for coming on here, rocking with us for that last um our last show and everything. So y'all make sure y'all get in touch with these people. We gonna inbox everybody and let them know they have won our fan appreciation raffle. Oh, I'm so happy for
Right.
y'all. And y'all get back to us of what y'all want to get from us, and we will get it to y'all as soon as possible. Yay! I'm so excited. Oh my god. So once again, our three winners of the fan appreciation raffle is Tanya Bell, Jackie Stuffin, and Adam Listina. Mwah! Thank you for rocking with us. So with that being said, let's go into our topic for today. Hooey. Do everybody got their drinks? Everybody got your drinks?
You know I got my shit. I keep a can.
You wake up with yours. You wake up, oh, good morning. Tequila. There you go. There you go. I'm
What did you
surprised your liver
tell these
is
people my
not looking
business?
like looking a mess. So, yo, let's get into this topic for the evening on tonight. Yo, yo, Black Lives Matter movement and organization. Why are we bringing up this subject? Well, because everybody is pissed off at them, highly pissed. And what they pissed off about is what I said last year when we was just on the radio. Are you really doing the work? Do you really care? Or you just playing? Well, here it go. According to resources, and a lot of people is coming forward with having dealings with Black Lives Matter in their perspective, their states and everything, because now Black Lives Matter is have many chapters and everything. A lot of people are coming forward and saying that they are they are literally um bringing up this money, raising money for these marches and everything, and the money is not going back into the community. They only taking what's on the news. They really don't care about anything else in the community, in our community, but yet they are using it as a platform just to get their name out there for the longest. So I have, and just this my opinion, um my commentary. I always had a problem with that since last year when me and Devontae and Ashley looked up their website and saw about like paragraphs geared towards getting rid of the quote unquote heteronormative lifestyle. What is that about? What is that? What was that about? However, they were so, let me tell you this, the whole mission statement was so geared towards LGBTQ community and looking out for them. However, there are plenty of queer and trans black LGBTQ members that has been harassed, have been brutally beaten since they came on the scene and even killed, and you don't see no marches for them. I didn't even see them organize a march for Breonna Taylor. Did y'all? Did I miss it? Did y'all see one? So yeah, how y'all feel about it all coming out about this? The organization is really not living up to what they pretend to be.
All right, so here's my setup. Like, and I've been saying this for years. I firmly believe that we should not put rest all of our faith in one particular organization or one person. You know what I mean? Like J. Edgar Hoover was quoted as saying that there will never be a rise. There will never. We will not allow the rise of another Black Messiah, right? And what he was saying by that was no singular person would be able to truly unite the community ever again, not under his watch. And so I said that only to say that what Black Lives Matter is doing as an organization may be helping, and it may be, you know, high profile shit or whatever like that, which is cool. You know what I mean? As long as they playing their position and playing their part. You know what I mean? Like it's levels to it, and you can't just believe and put all your eggs in one basket like that. You know what I mean? So for people that are particularly critical of them, it's like, okay, we don't see them in the street constantly, but they're handling some of the larger stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, in my opinion, is this. You're saying that they're handling the larger stuff and everything. However, their presence alone has overshadowed a lot of people's work that is working locally, trying to bring justice to our people that was killed by the police, and also bring unity and stop or prevent violence in our community, because everybody is looking forward to, oh, Black Lives Matter gonna come for this one, and then when they show, either they show up and raise all this money, we giving up our earned money to raise for a protest that end up disastrous, and all you get is but nothing is solved. Nothing is solved at all. There's no, all you doing is just raising noise, just making noise. So you're not effective at all. You're just making a name for yourself on another black trauma, another example of black trauma. So what are you here for? Just to take up space? That's just my opinion. Mavis, what about you?
So, a couple different things I want to point out because, some people are uneducated and don't know this, but Black Lives Matter is also the organization is ran by white people, which I kind of have a small issue with that. Yes, I know. I looked in the mirror. I am Caucasian. I get it. But I have an issue with it. It's Black Lives Matter. Um, what are y'all doing with the money? Seriously, what are you guys doing with the money? Um, I think a lot of it goes with what. Daryl Cook said last week too. He goes, I believe in the Black Power movement. He's like, it's not our lives, it's the power. We have our power. And he said it the best. Like, I was like, dude,
Mhm.
I love that. Because yes, your life matters, but you also have power. You have power in your voice to speak up. You have power in your body language to speak up. You have power in your mind to change things. You know, utilize that. Don't wait on an organization to help you out. Um, an organization that's picking and choosing who they're wanting to help out. I mean, I didn't see them marching for the little 7-year-old girl who got murdered at the McDonald's in Chicago. I don't see them helping out, whatever. I mean, there's constantly shootings. What are you guys doing? Are you guys even helping other organizations within cities like Chicago? We have other small organizations like Daryl Cook was talking. D Cook was talking last week that he shared his beautiful testimony from where he came from and how he wants to change the world. So he's doing that. Why not work with smaller organizations, provide funding for that to help out that community, to make a change in this world, to end police brutality, to end, gang violence, to end X, Y, and Z. Like, it needs to start within us. We cannot wait for an organization to make the move. Because yes, they're protesting, they're asking for your money, but where's your money going? Think about that, America. Wake up, remove your fucking glasses, remove your blinders. What are they doing with your money? What did they do with George Floyd? What did they do with that police officer having his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 45 seconds or 9 minutes and X amount of seconds? What did he do? What did they do? They didn't do much. There was protests, there was riots, there was everything, right? But what did they exactly do? What change has been made? Oh, he got sentenced to half the time that he should actually get? Like, I'm sorry. I just think it's beyond ridiculous. Change, you have this organization, but what are they doing? I believe in the movement. I do not believe in the organization. Point blank,
But
period.
that, but that's
The
okay.
organization is right. It's okay to believe it, right, and it's okay to believe in the movement, but I will not give my money to an organization when I know that they're not helping the people that need to be helped. What about the kids
Well,
that are trying to go to college that are stuck in the projects and that's what they're taught. Like, you're not going to be anybody. You're just going to be this. Your grandmother was this way, your mom's this way, your uncle's this way. This is what you're going to be. And kids soak that in. They take that in. What is that organization doing for like the projects community? Help them out, help them get scholarships, help them, get better education. You guys aren't doing anything.
but see, okay. So, like, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Believe in the movement, not the man. Not the person or the entity. I will start off by saying that first and foremost, you can't agree. We cannot. This cannot be like a unilateral follow somebody blindly situation. Like, Obama was, first black president, quote unquote, even though he was kind of low key the second black president, but that's a whole other subject. But I didn't believe necessarily with every single thing he said. I didn't agree with every single policy that he put out there. But you know what I mean? Like, at the same time, like, I agree with the overall of this president. So I said that to say that no, they're not being particularly transparent as far as how they're spending their funds, but we can kind of hope to assume that they're using those funds for things that may be going on in the background that we ain't supposed to know about. You know what I mean? When a motherfucker get arrested and don't have no legal fees, we need organizations and mechanisms that got the bread for them lawyer fees. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
about that.
What have you? I'm not
Wait
saying
a
they're
minute.
doing it.
Slow
I'm
your
not saying
roll.
they don't. I'm just
Slow
saying
your
that.
roll. Slow your roll. Yeah, about that. That's another thing. That is a complaint. A lot of protesters that have a that have participated in those marches and everything and got arrested. Black Lives Matter. did not foot the bill to get them out of jail at all. At all.
I mean, that's fucked up. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? That's
okay.
fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
So
But look, that ain't like I said. It can't be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
then
what I
what
mean?
are
Like,
you
I
gathering
understand
this
that.
money for?
Right. Y'all have this money, and then you have the activists, the quote unquote activists that are BLM, right? But then they get locked up. Like, are you really helping them? Or at this point, are you picking and choosing? Like, oh, are you on our checklist? Alexis, yes, you're on the checklist. You're good. Devontae, sorry, no, you got to do your time. You did the crime. You got to do your
No,
time. Like, that's fucked
no,
up.
it ain't even a checklist. All of these people was coming out saying
I
we
know
was
that.
here for this protest, we was here for this protest, we was here for this protest, and we got arrested for it, or we got injured and everything. And Black Lives Matter shrugged their shoulders at us and was like, "Oh well, Mm, okay."
I mean, but
And
at the
it's like,
same
wait a
time,
minute. We have been to the rallies. We have made sure we went around and got these signatures, and we help you raise this money and everything. Yeah, they coming out talking about
right?
we
But that's
was
because you believe in the
SOL.
cause. That's because you believe in the cause. Like, yo, on some revolutionary shit, if I get out here and start protesting and marching and I get busted, I can't blame the motherfucking organizers. That's whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went out there on your own 2 feet because you believe in the cause. So it's like if you get popped, you get popped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how motherfuckers in back in them days, they got the big wigs out. You know what I mean? They got the people like, you know, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and the Panthers like Fred Hampton. They pulled the money to get them motherfuckers out because they was the leadership. But like regular street hands, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
But
you
here's
can't.
the
You know what I'm
difference.
saying?
But here's the difference. Those organizations like the NAACP, like I just said, the NAACP and Rainbow Push, that came out before that, it's been noted that any of the protesters that ended up being put in jail for protesting against injustice, that they gather up people and they gather up the money to bail them out. Black Lives Matter organization in all of these chapters is literally going, mm, that ain't our problem. After these same people are coming together and building up this money and fundraising for this money for them to do this protest and to go against what's going on with police brutality. So yeah, about that. Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, Trey. Trey said, D is right. There was a whole lot of people who didn't get anything before Rosa Parks. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm
But at
saying?
least
Like,
they eventually got something. Black Lives Matters like shit. Fuck you.
you can't
And
be a revolutionary with a motherfucking insurance policy. That's all I'm saying. You
but
can't
this
walk
one
in,
came with one.
but you can't walk into this thing thinking, oh man, if something bad happened to me, these motherfuckers got me. Like, that's not how this shit work. It ain't a sacrifice unless you for the sacrifice.
Mavis, go
Man,
ahead.
what's up?
Didn't Mayor Lightfoot basically do the same thing though? Didn't she promise all these people money for doing a protest with her to, end whatever the case is, violent or, end all that, but didn't pay them? She ended up giving the money back to the police. Am I wrong on that?
Ooh.
I mean, but look,
I'm sorry.
you can
What
say
happened? Do I have a bad connection?
first
I'm
of
just
all,
saying.
leave Lori folks alone, okay?
Testing.
No,
Is this
Leave
mic
Beetlejuice.
on? Is this mic
everybody
on?
know. Everybody know Auntie Lori is a black part of the Black Peace Stone Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Here she comes.
Baby bye.
Falls in with the
Baby
mob.
bye.
You know what I'm saying? We already know she a gangster. So it's like we can't use that as an example because we know what she about.
No,
You know
but
what I'm
we
saying?
can.
She
But we
on that,
can.
that police shit regardless. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same. It's almost the same damn thing. You promise these
Oh,
people something, then you turn around, and all of a sudden, like, hey, I'm locked up. Like, I came here to help you get all these signatures. You gonna help me? Oh no, you're not. Okay, that's fucked
Okay,
up,
so
man.
that okay, so all I'm saying is I feel like, hey, Tanya, look, I just feel like, man, like it ain't supposed to be a situation where these motherfuckers on the ground every day like that. It's other people for that role. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan can't play every goddamn position. It ain't. That's not how the team work. You know what I mean? So it's like as long as they
Tell
Understandable.
playing their
LeBron
role,
James that. Tell LeBron James crybaby ass
uh,
that. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just
we're not
went
going to
there.
get into this
Fuck that
argument.
shit.
He came
We're
back
not
to
going to
King
get into this
James.
argument.
Jesus, look, for the first time in forever, for the first time in forever, Mavis is going in the corner.
Okay,
She on time out for 5 minutes, okay?
I mean, if y'all feel that strongly against BLM, it's kind of like what y'all think they do. Like, okay, I feel like yes, is it watered down to the point of like maybe a little bit more palatable for the larger community? Yes. Do I think they should go harder on behalf of the black community? Yes. But we live in motherfucking cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? We live in a space where you gotta kind of smile in every motherfucking face, or people gonna not really fuck with you. So in order for them to reach that position, I understand that they gotta, spread it a little thin. But my thing is, as long as the bread and the focus is being able to maintain black leaders and black organizers that are really effective and efficient and keeping them out of jams and keeping them where they can do what they do for the collective. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to see their boots on the ground like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what I would love to see is that they're more directly tied into local organizations around the country as support and as
And they're
a
not.
political.
And they're
But
not.
we don't know that. We don't know that. You don't motherfucker know that, man.
Where? Where is it? Where's the evidence that they are part of the local businesses and the local community outreach program? Where?
I'm just
Where?
saying, hopefully.
Other
I'm
than
just saying,
passing out a
hopefully.
poster saying Black Lives Matter. What the hell?
Okay, so what we saying is what? They just a hashtag movement? That's what we saying?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna put up this comment that just ran across here. Yo, this is the thing I can see for, like, for example, Rainbow Push and NAACP. At first, a lot of people did not get get bailed out and everything, and this was during times when they was first starting up and everything. But when you come all the way established, Black Lives Matter was not no get it out the mud organization. It's not. It came with backing. It came with backing with Trayvon Martin. So you had the financial backing. You put four women that was a part of the LGBTQ community to be the face of it and everything. So if any shit go down, it's these women that gets the blame and not who's behind it. And you had backing. It wasn't a struggle organization. It was not. It was not. It was not at all. So for y'all to continue to grow, and I mean flourish so quickly with the years, within the years since Trayvon Martin, flourish. Chapters went everywhere. All this money is coming in. All this money is coming in, and everything. So you wasn't hard up on nothing. So people that went for this cause and went to protest and everything for the cause under y'all promise of making sure that they all right, they got screwed. They got screwed. Andre put up, I think the mayor wants to do right, but she isn't running anything. It's still a mafia town, period. Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
And
That's the
then on
fact.
top
Ain't
and this,
nobody bigger than the mob.
ain't nobody coming to see you. Oh, this that's it. But like it's about Chicago mafia. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Chicago. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Andre also said black people are not united enough on these issues to fight. We all know the opinions and the power struggles we face in the black community. We also see the many masters that look like us that do us in the face and crack masters' whips every day. I'm afraid for this country. Shit, I'm afraid for us. Yeah,
I mean, but
you
that's what I'm
right.
saying.
You right.
Feel y'all. I feel y'all 100%. But at the same time, my argument is this: we can't sit down and make a statement, like this brother just did on one hand, and then question a motherfucker that got our skin and is doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't question them, like don't make them accountable for their actions. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, we can't sit around snicker and bicker at every motherfucker when they get into coming up. And now they're in a position where they have chapters nationwide and they can't actually be beneficial nationwide. Now here we go questioning what they own. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't continue to do that, because if we continue to do that, we ain't gonna never have no leadership.
Well, shit, we don't. What brings us into to the next topic, which is segueing into this, and it's not just with Black Lives Matter. This is with everybody. Activism for clout. Yeah, I said it.
I'm all
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, I said it.
Starbucks did it, McDonald's did it. If you happen to be a Latina midget, I feel like because you have two strikes against you in this world, three strikes against you in this world, because you're a woman, you're a Latina, and a midget. I'm here for you, baby.
Little
I'll
person.
fight for you.
Devontae is trying to get us. Devontae trying to get us canceled. It's little person, not midget. They don't like that word.
My
Mm.
bad. I'm still here for you, Woo. Don't tell Z-Way.
Explain. Explain, Dre. He said, all I gotta say is Kanye West versus Chrisette Michelle. Mm. Why don't you explain? Look, I'm about to send you the link. And you get on here and go
Well, what?
on here.
I mean, I don't remember that particular situation, but I mean, yeah, there's definitely people that's gonna put stuff out there for clout. Arguably, what y'all basically presenting is an argument that the Black Lives Matter movement is all about clout, and it's all about people outside of the
No,
black community
no,
feeling
what's
better about donating to a shell organization. It's kind of the idea that you're bringing up. So if
no,
that's the
what's
case, we're gonna
going
blame Starbucks. We're gonna blame, you know what I mean? So many companies that do the same. Netflix, all these, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
But this is the thing, it's not just about the companies. We're not talking about the companies at all. What are we talking about actually when I say activism for clout? Is we talking about there's a lot of people is coming up and everything that only shows up like Black Lives Matter. There's individual people that only shows up for the big high profile cases and everything. And then that's all to them. That's all to them. You see a bunch of people protesting for this, for racism, racial profiling in this company, and also police brutality and everything. But you don't never see them when the camera is not on. They always show up only when the camera is there. They only show up when the camera is there. And it's not just Black Lives Matter. It's a lot more other people. Mavis, you off punishment. Go on say your speech while go on get Andre.
No, and that's the thing. The people show up literally just to be the face in front of the camera and be like, "Look, I was here. I did my due diligence." They're just there to show face. And they're doing it for the clout. There's other people who are actually behind it because they actually care and they want to see a change. but they don't have enough army to back them up. That's the issue. Like let's just look at like Selwyn Jones, right? So we have Selwyn Jones, the uncle of George Floyd. We had him on our show, and he's doing so much to make a difference, right? He's doing interviews, he's doing this, he's traveling, he's doing this. But who's backing him up? Where are the people backing him up? You know, it's like if you guys want to see change, if you want to see these protests of Black Lives Matter, yes, they do matter, but your power matters too, as D Cook said. But let's see the change. One person can't do it. You need an army of people to co-sign with you to make it happen, to make it work. And he's doing the right things, but doesn't have the army to back him up. And I think Black Lives Matter would be perfect, but yet, what are we
Since you
doing?
started the shit, but
I mean,
not
but here's
only that, it's just I'm getting tired of all of this. Okay, I'm trying to be nice and not go and end up and you know end up getting us canceled, but might as well. It's the season finale. Might as well. There you go. If we're gonna get canceled, might as well do it. I'm tired of our people showing up and playing the race card for everything. And you don't show up for the own violence up in your own community.
yeah, that's real. That's real.
I don't see you in these streets when the little girl and two more babies get shot in their backyard, in the driveway of McDonald's, on the block playing, and these people and our people is doing shootouts. I don't see y'all. I don't see y'all at all. I don't see you nowhere to be found at all. Where you
I
at?
mean, but at the same time, I don't bump into Oprah Winfrey at a homeless shelter. That's not her position. That's not her role. She did it
But you
in the
keep on
past.
saying you
I'm
are
not saying she
for.
never did it, but at this point, she's building schools for motherfuckers in Africa. She on a whole nother level of helping us. And
But
same
we
with
talking
Jay Z and
about the
all them.
people that
So,
said they for the community, the local community. I'm talking about these
but
local mugs that
I mean, that's
only
true.
show up when it's a camera. I'm gonna need you to stop. Cause if I ain't never seen you until this certain case showed up, then no, miss me with all that,
But what are
all
we
of
looking
that.
at when we say, where do you think these book bags and shit come from? Where do you think these lunches and shit come from? There's a lot of people in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of disenfranchised people in this city. And really, to be completely a buck with it, I'm not gonna take responsibility away from the black community, but I will say this: 99% of that shit is fucking policy. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that go out of their way to build up north and won't build shit out south or far west intentionally. And there's no policies to make CVS build in Auburn Gresham or force a Walmart or a Kinko's or whoever to come in. There are no forced policies that say if Chase Bank wants to operate in Chicago, Chase Bank has to dedicate X amount of millions to, excuse me, people of color getting their business loans so they can get themselves established. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though, yeah, I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, who's gonna fund those lawyers to get that legislation pushed? We need to get, yes, there has to be feet on the ground, but it's got to be some motherfuckers in office too. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some
This is
motherfuckers
true.
behind the scenes, off the camera, that's working, cooking the books, that's getting the budgets right for us to be able to support those brothers and sisters on the ground. That's all I'm saying. You know,
Tis true. Tis true. But however, we have, and Andre, if you still on here, check your inbox and everything. Um, we have those people that don't need huh, here you go. That don't need the camera whatsoever. But they getting overshadowed by y'all give it up for Andre. The people that's running
what up,
from the
brother
camera
Dre? What's
doing
crack?
some
What's
activism
up, peeps?
for clout. We got those people that is up in these alderman faces and offices like, look, we need you to push for this legislation. We need you. We got those organizations that's locally that's going doing that. But you got these moms that all of a sudden wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna be an activist because I'm sick of seeing such and such and such thing, and only show up when there's a camera and nothing else. You don't see them when you see, the black on black crime. You don't see them in those cameras. You only seeing them when it's something against, when it's somebody of another race that offends or kill or brutalize or choose racism over, choose racism against us. That's when you see them. Prime example, and I know I might gonna get canceled for this, the Kanika Carlton thing.
Thank you for bringing it up. That's what I thought about. Because we only see older homeboy when stuff like that happens. What's his name? Andrew, whatever his name is.
Andrew Caldwell?
No.
No, Andrew Holmes.
Yes,
Andrew
him.
Holmes.
No, Andrew Caldwell ain't coming nowhere near here, honey. We know better. He delivered.
He delivered. Yes. But
I do have a problem with that.
yeah.
You see him in front of the news stations. We see him when tragic stuff happens, but we don't see him out there doing the other work. And I don't know if it's because it's not being televised or we just put it out that way. But I know we don't see him.
There are some
And I also
that
know
say they
that's
don't
the
see
reason
him
why I
behind.
brought up the other the black organizations. We don't see them unless there's a camera or there's money in them. And we have
However, there are the black organizations that are out there without a camera, whether the
they
camera
are.
is on them or not. Shout out
But
to New Era
they don't get talked
Chicago.
about either. And they actually get talked about by the people who are on camera.
Thank you. Ooh.
That's the issue I have. That's the reason why I brought up the Kanye West and Chrisette Michelle thing. That's the reason why I'm bringing up all that other stuff, though. Kanye West just got through saying, though, we should have Trump for president. He just let out an album. Now, one black person gonna say you Trumper.
They're gonna get that album.
Chrisette Michelle wanted to tell everybody it's gonna be all right, and we question her intentions. I have a problem with black people being inconsistent. If we don't have a consistent purpose, nobody's gonna take us seriously, and that's exactly what's happening.
You're right.
Unity is way off. We need to agree at least on one or two things and fight about it. That's how the LGBTQ community got what they got. Because before then, there was too many factions, and they still are. They've gotten all these rights, but they are still the most discriminatory against each other.
But
that's for example to say no one particular community is perfect, but at the same time, they support the overall vision. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And that's my whole thing, kind of like to piggyback a little bit off what you said, is like, we can't have these leaders that, we support, like, for example, Black Lives Matter, and then turn around and question them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, why you get to be the leader? Motherfucker, because we put you there. Now, should there be accountability to the community? Absolutely. But at the same time, everybody got to play a role on the team. You know what I'm saying?
I'm understanding that because I made the same argument about Obama. Because everybody had so much to say about Obama, and they thought he was the president of the black folk. And then they found out he's the president of the United States. And then we got pissed, and we made absolutely no agenda. Absolutely not one. It was like, you're a nigga, you should do what we want you to do. No, that's not how things work. The powers that be have money. Majority rules in America, unfortunately. You're not the majority. So that means you need to play the game a little differently.
And the majority is not about people. Majority is determined by how much money you get. And that's what's fucked up about it.
And that's how the Republicans are playing right now.
This is the thing. The Democrats is sitting up here looking like.
You have to remember who the Democrats are, though, honey. I don't know why anybody looks at one party over the other. It's all about money, baby. The Democrats not about to lose our money.
That's true. That's true.
They're all businessmen. They making money off of all this bullshit, honey.
That's what I've been saying for years. The Democratic Party, we put our
Neither
faith in them
Republican or
blindly.
Democrat. All of them full of shit. Period.
Right. I mean, still ain't seen a policy to help niggas.
Nobody. None
Because
of
how
us.
do you have an Asian hate bill though? We don't have a black hate bill.
Immediately.
But he didn't
It's
go
about
on the
money.
Asian channels talking about they ain't Asian. He directly went to the Breakfast Club questioning our blackness.
Say if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. We was like,
Hold on.
okay, so we voted.
Let me do in defense of Biden though, honey. At the time when he said that shit, he was absolutely fucking correct. Let's just be real. What the fuck was going on when he said that shit? I got tired of black people getting upset. You taking our votes for granted? No, bitch. He was trying to tell you got Trump or me.
Look,
now if you want somebody to whoop your ass for no reason, go for it.
Look, that turns into a Biden versus Trump thing, and the presidency is not. I mean, it's not supposed to be a popularity contest in the sense of what we like to hear from this person as opposed to that. It's supposed to be about policy. And
well, okay, let's go with policy. That's the first president
for me. Yeah.
Let's go for policy. The first president who ever had a plan for policy for black people in a very long time happened to be who? It was a right or wrong thing. It wasn't a Trump versus Biden thing, though. They just happened to be the figureheads that had something to do with it.
And where are the fucking policies now? Where we stand on that?
Unfortunately, Congress, we ain't going. We can't do nothing about it. Y'all are looking at the wrong people, honey. What y'all asking for the government for? It's never happened in 400 years. I don't know why the fuck y'all thinking about it.
But that motherfucking Asian bill went through.
Okay, the Asians got money and the Asians got other stuff going on though. What do black people spend their money on?
Regardless
of the shit that's been made by Asians, that's what it's been spent.
What do black people spend their money on? No, answer the question. What do black people spend their money on?
That's where funding large organizations and privatized organizations and lobbyists for our situation come in. That's where us pooling our money, using large organizations in order to get those policies in the right hands. That's where that shit come from. It ain't about what kind of car I drive as an individual, but collectively, hey, $2, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker put up $20 for an organization that we are.
My generation thinks that way. My generation thinks that way.
To good use.
But my generation thinks like that. Your generation thinks like that. The people that's really ahead of us, called the baby boomers, black, white, Hispanic, any of them people don't give a fuck.
That's true.
I don't think so. You know why I say that? Because believe it or not, who on the front lines? Most of the motherfuckers is 25.
Right.
That's on the front lines.
Do you have any money?
They're the ones that's out there downtown rioting.
That's the problem I had when we marched. Don't nobody give a fuck if we marching. Don't nobody give a fuck if you out there in the community though, you know, talking to 3 gangbangers. It's about the money, baby. We're in America. It ain't about changing what's going on. You have to learn the rules first and then learn how to change them later. We can't even break them because we don't even know the rules. That's how the Asian
you arguing that it's the older people, and I feel like it's really the younger generation that has more insight, and at least as from what I've seen, it's the young motherfuckers that's out here on the ground downtown doing the marches and shit. The old niggas is at work somewhere.
I didn't disagree with you, sir. I need you to listen.
But this is the thing. Hold on. This is the thing. Throughout our history, whenever we wanted change, it was always the young people.
It was always.
It was never a guide to what we need to be fighting for. It was never a guide to what we need to be fixing first before we get to
No,
this.
there was a guide. But do we remember what happened? But do we remember what happened? That's the reason why history is repeating itself. I need people to pay attention, though, to who Dr. Martin Luther King and all them people were in the SCLC and how the demise of that happened. Let's talk about what Jesse Jackson's really responsible for. And why he getting arrested in Arizona right now. I don't give a fuck about them being hoes. They've been hoes for years. Everybody can stick their dick wherever they want to stick their dick, though. They ain't got nothing to do with the movement. But the problem I got, though, is when you get jealous, though, because somebody else's name is on it. when you help people get assassinated. Let's tell the truth about the fuck happened and what's going on right now. Let's talk about
shit.
how we assassinated our leader.
I ain't gonna touch that.
No, I'm gonna touch it, and if we don't touch it, we're gonna repeat it.
What I will say
and
is
that's the
this:
problem I got with history, and nobody wants to talk about it, and the old people don't want to talk about it, and the new people do though, and that's the issue we all having because we don't want to touch on what the hell really happened.
No, but at the same time, the young people do want to touch it. It needs to be talked about, but at the same time, we cannot do it in a divisive manner that tears down leadership just as fast as we try to build it.
It is causing us to acknowledge who we should put in leadership. The problem is though, you can't do leadership status quo.
That's true.
Because that's how we end up repeating.
But no genuine leader can please everybody. And
I'm not saying we should please everybody, but I'm saying
we want
what's going
motherfuckers
on with black
please
people,
everybody.
which is what happened to us on the way here in the Ma'afa, was we have problems being jealous of one another. And when it ain't our name, we break stuff down no matter what the fuck the general purpose is.
Let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying though we should criticize and break people down, all that crazy stuff. No, I'm not saying we shouldn't choose a leader though, because you got to choose the right leader. And if you don't choose the right leader, it's very vital that you're gonna end up being somewhere you don't want to be.
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna end it out and everything. Dre, you right. Devontae's, both of y'all are right.
We both right, but I'm just saying we can't criticize. We just got to read the right leader.
We
do.
We need
I don't
to
think
find
it's
the right
necessarily
leader.
about right or wrong. You know,
for the sake of the conversation, the reason why I brought it up to y'all and everything about everybody doing activism for Clout and everything is because we, as a community, some of our activists, and I'm not speaking about all, because there are activists that are really going behind the scenes and helping heal our community from the inside out. I give my kudos and my props to them as well. But for those other ones that only shows up when there's a camera, when there's a huge lawsuit, because you think you're going to get a little bit up out of it, that is pushing us back. It's not pushing us forward. It's pushing us back. And it keep on perpetuating the same old divisive and separated energy for our community. Because no, we don't know who to trust no more. And the reason why I brought up the Kanika Jenkins, not Carlton, Kanika Jenkins case is, in my opinion, and if y'all watching, y'all don't like me about it, you can inbox me. Don't touch nobody else on here. The reason why I did not like or was not cool about, didn't feel cool about that case at all is that you built this whole big process and this whole big mountain out of a molehill over the Crown Hotel off of the behavior of its attendees. Nobody put into consideration that you have a hotel party. What happens in hotel parties? Is that the hotel's problem that their attendees decided to get super wasted and accidentally ended up in a freezer because they was gone? And what happened was, we all was watching this go down. There was a settlement, bro, that was made. They wrote a check out to that mama, and she said, fuck you to everybody who was involved. Did she not?
Amen. Saw it, heard it. True.
And she was the one that was like, I need justice for my baby. She got just a check. She need just a check. That's it. A life is gone over for a check.
I mean, in that particular case, it definitely felt some type of way only because, you know, I know I've wandered around in hotels and people have asked me all the time, like, are you okay? Do you need anything? You know, whatever. But, you know, at a certain time of night, man, the hotel staff is real skeleton crew. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't walking past motherfuckers like that. She was in the hallways by herself. And, you know, security footage only goes but so far in the sense of the late night manager, the night crew, they got jobs to do for the building. They're not supposed to be here to monitor you and every step. You will feel some type of way if a motherfucker stopped you every 10 minutes because they saw you on the camera. You'll feel mad as shit. So, I mean, in that circumstance, like I understand the hotel doesn't want any bad beef. It doesn't want its name dragged through the mud over the bad situation. But so it's gonna pay. But at the same time, I don't think that she was morally wrong for taking that bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
I'm with you, D. She wasn't morally wrong for taking the bread. What I had a problem though is we got quiet afterwards.
We got quiet.
Real quiet. And I blame the friends. Let's just be real about this situation. Because if you say you my friend and we at a party, you know we getting fucked up. That's why you got to watch who your friends are. Everybody is not your friend. They want to see you turn up and do something crazy though so they can laugh at you. Young people and old people. Period. Watch who your friends are. They're not right. That's why I blame. That's why, yeah, it's not cool. But that has nothing to do with, I'm with you, Alexis. It didn't have nothing to do with what they said it had nothing to do with.
No.
And nobody took into full consideration what was going on. And that's my thing. We do have to do an individual basis. So I get why D's like, don't make a general comment. I get that. Everything is a case-by-case situation.
But this is the thing. The reason why I brought up that case, because it was, you had all these activists. I'm not mentioning their name and everything because they on my friend list. But
yeah, one of them's my friend too. You know who I'm talking about.
Okay. You had them going hard for this case, but then a child dies, innocent people get killed. Senseless violence is happening in our community, and everybody is quiet. You want the media to pay attention to stuff like that and be like, ooh, it's like we race baiting. That's kind of how it feels like. We race baiting, but you get quiet on your own shit. Where there are people that are in the background that see stuff that the ills that's going on in our community and is working hella hard. And these same people that is doing all this bullshit on this end just for clout is talking shit about them or getting the community to not function or not support them because they really not about that life. I am. And what it is these same people come up and do all this activism and everything and get all this money and everything, and then what they do, move their ass to Atlanta. Ooh, I said that. Yeah, I sure did. They move to another state. They move to another city and they live that good old deal life and everything. And we still stuck here. Y'all needed to say
something. As soon as I hit, I'm moving my black ass to Atlanta right with them. I'm finna move to the suburbs and be hanging out with Ludacris and T.I. and all them big bosses. Fuck.
They ain't even in Atlanta. I love y'all niggas, but fuck y'all. They ain't in Atlanta. They ain't in Atlanta. They in Stone Mountain. They up in.
I'm trying to get out there with them. With the boss.
They ain't even in Atlanta no more.
He sure said suburb. That's where everybody go.
I'm trying I'm look. As soon as I get
a big old house and live lavishly, honey. And there's a whole slew of people on one street in Atlanta in the city, though. Effed up.
And it's like, why was you doing this for? Why did you make us go and follow you to support your dream to get the fuck up out the hood? And there's people that, they got the resources to get up out the hood, but care about the hood so much that they willing to help heal the hood, and you turn everybody away from them. That's why I brought it up. Because what you're not going to do is only show up for the cameras. No more. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And with that being said,
that's the reason why I said what I said earlier, though, was we have to, I understand we don't want to publicly criticize our leaders because everybody don't belong to let's just gonna be real, the nigga meeting. So white people have their meetings.
Got
We
to
should
have
have
a big meeting.
there's certain stuff only we shouldn't be talking about. Get it. It is what it is, because then it looks disunified though when we have it publicly. I got exactly what D talking about. It does look crazy. At the same time though, we got to hold people accountable for more than they do now though. People have to start thinking before they do stuff. It sucks. It's not the same rules for everybody. We have totally different rules. We have to be damn near perfect, unfortunately. Because you got to remember, though, we ain't just got white people against us. We had a whole bunch of people against us before white people hit. Let's talk about the Asiatic invasion. Those people look like us and don't want to be us.
Yep.
So in history, we got to be careful of who we let lead, because we don't know what anybody's ulterior motive is. And we have to vet these people before they get up on TV. Before we get up and tell, and do know that the media is not gonna find them people like we gonna find them, because the media like the little stupid people. They like the puppets. You know, I've been in 2 interviews on the on TV though, doing some stuff like this though. They showed me once in both of them situations, but they'll show the ignorant nigga 15 times on every single station. Be ready with the one with no tube, with a bottle in his hand,
the crackhead
in the other hand. Somebody, I saw it though, but I want somebody to pay my rent. It had nothing to do with the goddamn murder. None of that bull crap.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Right. We like them.
Oh God, it's a fight. Yeah.
We do not like the Cornel West. We vilify intelligent black people on media, and that's never gonna change because of the people who own it.
Well, we vilify. I will definitely agree with you in saying we vilify intelligent black people in mass media. We don't. I will say we vilify them, but more importantly and more powerfully, we simply ignore them. They don't exist.
You ain't lying. You're right.
It's not so much that they downplay. You got people like the Steve Urkels of the world, in mass media and pop culture that were downplayed, whatever like that. But more often than not, their character arc simply doesn't exist in the story. And that's something that is real in our communities. And that's something that we as individuals can kind of like change in the sense of, why do we? I love hip hop, don't get me wrong, but for every J. Cole, for every Kendrick Lamar, you got
the baby.
You got
little
the
Slim
baby. You know what I'm saying?
On the west side.
And it's nothing wrong with the baby. I fuck with the baby heavy, but you feel
You know
me?
what?
Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with none of them. Huh? That was our fault. We gave them that type of power. Ain't nothing wrong with the baby or none of them. They was all supposed to be for entertainment purposes. Let's just be real.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't teach our kids that. We let them sit in front of the damn TV and BT and all that stuff raise them.
Well, not just that, but not only did we let them sit in front of the TV and absorb that content, but then we as parents go out there and live that shit. Our mothers walking around looking like Cardi B and fucking niggas that look like the baby. And bringing this nigga home.
Hold on, wait a minute. I am a mother, and I do not look like Cardi B.
We wasn't talking about you, but some of your
friends do. Look, wait a minute. During the day. Now, nighttime after they go to sleep, fuck them kids.
I have to mention one of your names though privately.
Wow. That's a whole nother level.
That's her birthday. She in Vegas right now looking like Cardi B. Let's be real.
I'm just saying.
Look, all I'm saying is that we don't genuinely cherish, embrace, and chase Black intelligence as a community.
We don't.
And, it used to be a time like we all, like me and you, Dre, we around the same age. So we came up in an environment where the old heads that was selling drugs and gang banging, they would look at you and they knew you wasn't about that life. They say, "Hey man, get the fuck on. This ain't for you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got that no more.
You don't even seem like that type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go and go to school. But we don't have that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And really, at the end of the day, and I've said it for years, if getting money is gonna get me laid I would rather get money and get laid than be intelligent and lonely. And I don't mean that just in the physical sense, but I mean that in the sense of not just being somebody that's ignored by the fairer sex, whatever sex I'm going for, whatever, but my community, my community, motherfuckers want to question your blackness because you speak white, you sound white. No, nigga, I sound like I read a book. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna kick me out of blackness because I'm intelligent. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by lonely. So when we own intelligence, when we reward that by saying, I would rather fuck with you because you have a good sense of humor, you smart, and you have integrity, as opposed to a nigga that got a nice pair of mics and a car and a nice car. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. It is lonely in that situation, though, especially as a black community. It's very lonely. You might find other people who think like you, but you're the minority.
You the minority. You know what I'm saying? And you
same thing with me being a black artist, though. I'm expecting most of my money to come from overseas, not here, because we don't cherish a lot. Unfortunately, we don't. We take stuff for granted. We even criticize it because it wasn't us. Well, so it is what it is. It feels very lonely. I'm with you, D, on that one.
That's what I'm saying.
With that being said, we're gonna end it out on there before I think of something else that really would get us canceled for real. Cause it's brewing. Trust me, it's brewing. It's brewing already. I love y'all. Love you too. Love you too.
And happy finale. Good job, y'all. This season was the bomb. I couldn't get there live a lot of times though. I caught up later though, but this season, y'all did that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dre. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. So thank you. Shout out to our winners, our raffle runners. That is Tanya Bell, Jackie Stuffin, and our guest, Adam Lestena. Y'all make sure y'all watch this live and everything, go tag them and everything so y'all can come back. They can come back and inbox us with what they want and we'll give it to them. Okay, they'll get Mad Hatter's merch, something from Color Street, from the nail polish thing, or something to get your nails and your feet done, or Monty Queen and Confidence Hair and Beard Oil. Let us know and everything. So shout out to our raffle winners. Shout out to the Mad Hatters crew for another wonderful season. Season 3. I love y'all. Shout out to Avis Davis. She had to leave right quick. She had a quick emergency. But shout out to her. Much love, much love. Shout out to everybody. We will see y'all the second Saturday in September. Yep, a whole month and a week. We're going to be on hiatus, getting ready for season 3. We're going to have some stuff for y'all. So thank y'all for rocking with us. Devontae, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for congratulations to all the winners. You know what I'm saying? We'll get with y'all real soon. I want to say thanks to everybody that's been riding with us for the whole season. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely feel like we made some strides and that was a good look. I want to say a special shout out to the good people over at Dope Smoke. You know what I'm saying? For holding us down and getting me right when it's time to get right. So I feel like y'all should go ahead and check them out. And yeah, man, you know, be safe. You know, we love y'all and we just appreciate the continued support.
I heard it from here. Yo, love y'all. We will see y'all the second Saturday in September. Much love to everybody. Y'all be safe. Y'all be wonderful. Thank y'all for rocking with us for this season 3. And tune in for season 4. Much love to y'all. Mwah. And we are out.